Mick Doohan, 5 times world champion, MotoGP champion. Welcome to BT Sport.
Yeah, thanks.
I've been trying to figure out the top contenders in MotoGP for this season. My 4 are Marc Marquez, Jorge Lorenzo, Valentino Rossi and Dani Pedrosa. Have you got any insight?
Look, it'd be great if there's 1 or 2 other guys that can mix it up with them, but, as you say, the form guide, that they're the guys to beat. But you never know, each year's a different year, and there's always somebody who wants to be the next Valentino or the next Marquez, so, let's hope we find them. Marquez, he'll have his job cut out. The other guys sort of know how strong he is, and they're trying to get themselves up there, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit of an advantage, obviously, for just having 1 more test in him, but on the other side of the garage, his teammate, though, injuries. For the last 7 years, I've seen Danny kind of crash and get something along the road.
Yeah, he doesn't crash very well, does he? So it's an unfortunate side of motorcycle racing is the injuries. And Danny, some people bounce and flex. He doesn't see bounces and breaks. And
he was fast in the races I saw most of the year when he was behind Marquez. He looked like he got the pace on him, didn't he?
Look, he's extremely fast. It's not lack of ability there and talent. He was unfortunate in his home Grand Prix there where Marquez clipped him and broke the sensor for the traction control as well. That was would have been a win. Yeah. But unfortunately, as you know, racing's all about being consistent, and you got to take the luck when you get it. And unfortunately, it does deal you some bad luck occasionally. And so hopefully for his sake that this year may be his year, but. Because in reality, no disrespect to Danny, an amazing guy and a really fast rider, you can't stay, you don't get too many chances. Life's probably fairly limited at the top end in that team for him, so it's make or break for him.
There's new tyres this year, and I know that the Yamaha's not taken to it as well as the Honda. Looks like Valentino's taken to it a lot better than Lorenzo's side. Do you think he'll come up trumps?
For him, he knows it's towards the end of his career, so it's harder for him to push himself week in, week out. But, Lorenzo's extremely talented. He looks like he's going 2 miles an hour when he's sort of the quickest guy on the track. Extremely smooth and extremely consistent. So, although a lap time is a good thing to have, consistency and race pace is what you need. And for me, him and Marquez are the men to beat.
And out of the 2?
Look, I've never been good at the crystal ball stuff, but I think I'm looking forward to watching it. And, again, it's one of those things. Lorenzo, he's desperate to regain the title, so I think he's going to be hard to beat. And, thankfully for us, Marquez is just going to be entertainment on wheels. He just actually sort of gives it his all. If he can remain as consistent as he was last year, then it's just going to be great to watch.
Thanks very much, Mick.
Hey, pleasure.
Cheers.